And today, a federal court sentenced former Trump advisor Steve Bannon to 4 months in prison. But the underlying ruling could ultimately hurt President Biden. NTD's Arleen Richards reports.
So, as you know, Mr. Bannon was sentenced today.
Former Trump advisor Steve Bannon is facing 4 months in prison and a $6,500 fine. But his attorney said he will be appealing the conviction of 2 counts of contempt of Congress. The judge delayed the prison term until after the appeal process. Bannon's attorney David Schoen said the judge's decision to delay the sentence was extraordinary but appropriate. He said there are substantial issues left open in the case.
I believe that the appeal in this case is bulletproof. The constitutional issues involved in this case are very important, but Mr. Bannon never got to tell the reasons for his actions with respect to the subpoena.
Schoen said the government prohibited Bannon from presenting evidence that would explain why he didn't testify before the House January 6 committee. Mike Davis, former chief counsel for Senator Chuck Grassley, explained what happened.
He was instructed by his counsel that President Trump asserted executive privilege, and so therefore he could not testify. That is an absolute legal defense, and the district court judge, for some reason, would not allow him to raise that defense. And I think the district court judge misinterpreted a D.C. Circuit Court ruling.
Davis, also founder and president of the Article 3 Project, said the D.C. Circuit is mostly Obama appointees, so he expects this case to ultimately go to the Supreme Court.
This goes to the heart of the separation of powers. If a president is concerned that his top advisors will get hauled before courts or Congress, that seriously damages the presidency.
He said this case is bigger than President Trump or Steve Bannon.
What happens when Congress calls President Biden's son Hunter to testify about his discussions with his father as president? President Biden will want to assert executive privilege, and he's just trashed that because of Trump and Steve Bannon.
Meanwhile, Bannon told NTD he plans to continue his podcast War Room while in prison, and he made a prediction.
On November 8th, there's going to have judgment on the illegitimate Biden regime, and quite frankly, Nancy Pelosi and the entire committee.
Arleen Richards, NTD News, New York.